So the thing I find is, again, to go back to, I really get why people use these things. Like people are lost. They want to know more about themselves. They want to know how to solve themselves. They want to know how to
Yeah.
figure themselves out and the world and all of these things. And that's completely human.
Yeah.
I think the issue I come upon with astrology is in some ways similar to the issue I have with, religion and people that are super religious. Because I don't care what religion you are. Like if you want to, pray in the park, be in a church, do what you want, great, live your life like that. I think when it starts to become an imposition for how people make decisions, and they want to put that on me, that I should follow this way, that this thing is a real thing,
Hmm.
or if I notice that it's hurting the people that are following it, that's when I get really really bothered. In astrology, I've seen it come up in so many different ways where, like, I'll have a conversation and someone will ask me my sign. I'll make a little joke and I'll say,
Hmm.
I'm just not into it. I don't think I just
Yeah.
don't think it's a real thing.
Yeah.
But then these people won't stop pushing that astrology button on me. It's like they have to tell me when Mercury is rising that, oh, see, that's a Leo trait. And I just, like,
Oh.
give it up. So, like, I would love to really start taking swings at astrology.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to
So
be hard in casual conversation, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. So, so maybe give me the rundown for why you think it's so nonsensical, or let's call it baseless.
Baseless with astrology, you mean?
Y- Yeah,
Well, because I mean, I feel like I'm explaining things at a basic level. I'm preaching to the choir here, but we
right,
have no mechanism. So in psychology, we're really big on mechanisms. That's a scientific approach. If the stars are affecting our behavior, how exactly is that happening?
right,
And nobody can really answer that. The answer is always, well, it just kind of does. and
right.
and so if you can tell me how it is that having the sun on the horizon when I was born gives me certain personality traits, then I'll start to look at it.
Right. Yeah, because I've had a couple people that, again, I try to opt out of the conversation on astrology, and they want to keep pushing it. That I've had at least two people in my face be like, well, the moon affects the oceans, doesn't it? And I'm like, what are we talking about now?
Oh
Like
man,
these are
no.
not the same
These
things.
are not the same things. And it's kind of like that with UFOs, right? I mean, they people are I is there a likelihood that there are UFOs? I would say so, but
Sure.
show me some proof that I can actually show me something that can't be explained another way, and
Right.
now I'm listening. So if you show
Right.
me something with astrology that can't be explained another way, then okay, I will. You've got my attention. Um,
Right.
but I'm wondering if in conversation there's a way to sort of turn it back on them. Of like, what I've noticed you bringing this up a lot. Why is it so? What makes this so appealing and important to you? As a way of
Oh, that's great.
questioning to in a way that is connective rather than pushing away.
Yeah, and I would really love that, because I'm
Yeah,
never trying to push away. I'm always trying
yeah,
to just not have that conversation and pretend like I think this is a real thing. Like I don't think that's good to do either.
yeah,
But I really love that as an engagement question, to be like, you seem really into this. Why do you find it so
yeah. What the
credible or important?
Yeah, exactly. And because I think that people who like astrology also like to feel connected to the universe, There's that kind of
Hmm.
that is that in the Bible it comes out as like as above, so below, right?
Right. I really like that saying, because I even use it in thinking of, like, as within, so without, as in, like, how we
Yeah.
treat ourselves is going to be how we treat other people, and I
Right.
love that concept.
Yes, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Exactly. And
Right.
what which is not exactly true. I just want to say it's kind of not. But but we like to feel that connection. I always talk about when I was younger, I learned the concept of the planets are kind of analogous to your arm length. So like here's the sun by the end of your finger, and then your first knuckle is where Mercury is, and the second knuckle is where Venus is, and the third knuckle is where the Earth is, and then you get to the planets on out up to your shoulder. And I always thought that was such a cool concept. But it isn't really true. It doesn't work out mathematically in any possible way. And also, how could it? We all have different, arm lengths. I have longer arms for my size than other people, that would be enough to
Right.
throw it off by millions of miles. It can't possibly be true, but we love that idea that we are, I mean, scientifically, we are all carbon life forms. Have we are
Right.
connected to the universe in some way, and we love that idea of being connected to the universe, and that we can read something over here and have that be a picture of what's going on over there, right? We love that.
Right.
It makes us feel really, it makes things feel important. And people need a lot of meaning. They need a lot more meaning than they're getting from the culture. We used to have,
Right.
in our indigenous cultures, was where we were just drenched in meaning all the time. Everything that happened was connected, and we missed that. We don't have that now.